I said I don't like the patriarchy.
So what's better then?
A different solution.
Like?
Men and women being equal.
You just said they were not equal though.
I don't feel like, from my experience, that we have reached that point from where I'm from.
Name one right or privilege that men have over women.
Well, I don't want to generalize, but, you know, how many times have you been sexually harassed?
See, here's the thing with sexual harassment. It's subjective. If the right guy says, hey, nice ass, you're going to be like, oh, thank you.
Yeah.
But if the wrong guy does it, then it's sexual harassment. So that's
you sound like a
subjective.
sexual harasser. You're just outing yourself right now.
What?
Damn, that's crazy.
It's common sense.
Okay. So by your logic, if anyone has sex with you, it's great because it could be done. No, it's depending on who the person is. If it's a guy that you like and he makes a sexual comment about you, you're going to laugh and say, ha ha ha, you're so stupid. It's flirting. But if it's an ugly guy that makes that comment, you might look at it as harassment. So it's a subjective thing.
How you feel?
That's not.
It's subjective.
That's not what I would say.
I mean, girls, do you disagree?
It's not if you like it. Like,
oh my gosh,
that's what he just said.
Right.
He just said it.
Yeah,
it's the truth.
That's fucking disgusting.
If you like the guy, it's not that.
Yeah.
Well, straight up, it's not
if you
assault.
consent, then it's not grape. Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, but for the guy, you
Same
like,
thing. If you consent to his advances, it's not sexual harassment. Same thing.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
That's the point. That's the point.
So what are you arguing?
What are you arguing?
Chris.
I'm talking about sexual harassment when you
Okay.
don't consent to it and it's not
look,
something you want.
I'm asking you, what's right or privilege, because you're trying to say that things aren't equal and we should make it equal, etc. I would argue that women have more rights and privileges than men. I would say we've overcorrected, if we're going to be honest here.
Well, of course you would.
No, I can actually make an argument for it.
Yeah.
But I'm asking you, what right or privilege do men have that women don't?
Well, that's what I was trying to say about sexual harassment.
Okay, a real one, because
About,
that's
do you
subjective.
feel so? If you say had to walk home tonight,
Sure.
At
Go ahead.
nighttime?
would you feel safe to do that?
Statistically
really.
speaking, I'm actually far more likely to be assaulted
Yeah.
in a violent crime than a woman is.
Okay, by
Men get
by
assaulted.
men, by the way.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. Yeah. Men are far more likely to be victims of violent crime than women are.
But well, okay.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's not even like refutable.
I know there are more male homicides than female homicides in most
Yes.
countries.
Yeah.
Okay. W.
So again, name a right or a privilege that men have that you don't.
Would you feel safe or not walking home then?
Okay. Here's the thing. How I feel versus what's real are two different things. If you feel
He
unsafe,
won there. Oh, good point.
no, it's the truth. Because here's the thing,
It's back to being
right?
a woman.
If I believe in ghosts, then I'm going to be scared. But if I don't believe in ghosts, I'm fine. If you go out walking outside and you say, oh my God, I don't feel safe, but you actually are, statistically speaking, well, you're safer. But the reality is, I actually am in more danger walking at night than you are. But we have these movies, we have these true crime where every woman thinks that she's going to get kidnapped. But the reality is, really, men are far more likely to be the victims of violent crime than women are. So you can feel however you want, but the reality is, you're safer.
Okay. You think women are safer than men? You think I'm safer than you to walk home at night?
Yeah, statistically speaking, yeah.
Okay. I think your
sure?
statistics are a bit dodgy.
Yeah, where are the statistics?
Department of Justice.
To be
Where's
honest.
Jamie?
Pull 'em up.
Where's
True crime.
Jamie?
Pull 'em up.
Yeah, but
Joe Rogan.
what
Jamie,
about
pull it up.
domestic violence? What about the amount of women that
Domestic
are murdered
violence?
by
Sure,
their
I could talk about that
partners?
too. Interestingly enough, when it comes to domestic violence, when the violence is one way, you know who it comes from?
Lesbians.
Well, lesbians have the most domestic violence.
That's
But,
Yeah.
Women.
but if we're talking about violence going one way in a relationship, 9 out of 10 times it's from the woman actually to the man.
That's not true at all.
not
That's just false. That's absolutely false. I don't know where you've got that from.
Really?
What do you mean, really? Yes.
Okay, I need you to listen very closely because I already knew that you were going to be triggered as soon as I said that and you didn't actually hear what I said. In domestic violence situations, 9 out of 10 times, right? In most situations, they beat each other up. The man beats the woman beats the man. It's both ways. However, that's the majority
It's
of domestic
true.
violence
What,
situations. Both of them beat
Maybe
each other
she's
up.
fighting back because he's fighting her.
look, the point is that they beat each other up. One situation, she might start a fight, she hits him first. Another situation, he might start a fight, he hits her first. Domestic violence typically is two ways. But when there's only one party assaulting the other, it's typically the woman assaulting the man.
You're wrong, but okay.
That's the truth.
It's not. That's
It
not
is.
the truth.
And it is. And
It's
I can,
not.
Is the
hold
woman
on,
who
it
got
is.
more
And
beat?
It's not.
I haven't heard that.
this is the truth. It's just that they don't talk about it because it's not politically correct to say that.
I mean,
But again, I'll substantiate that. We look at the most domestic violence among groups. Who is it? Lesbians. Why?
where have you got that
Because
from?
that's the truth.
Stats.
Stats.
I don't
numbers.
believe you.
Link tree.
I don't know what to tell you.
lesbian? What do you guys say?
Lesbians have the highest
Stats
incidence,
both.
highest levels of domestic violence.
Why is
You're
that
the one
though?
that just
Lesbian
said
through
men
lesbian
get
or
murdered
What's the
the
reason
most
for
by
that?
other
There's a
men.
bunch of biological
Attitude.
reasons for that, but women are emotional. Women don't have a proper concept of violence, typically. That's why.
And sometimes
You
lack
can
of
find
control
out
of
my
emotions,
concept
too.
of violence.
Yeah,
Sometimes.
lack of emotions.
What was that?
Yeah, lack of emotion.
Control.
sometimes.
Yeah, lack of emotional control. Women don't have a proper understanding of violence. Like, they're not like men. So, like, with men, right? We understand that if we get in a confrontation with someone, that could be the end of our life.
Yeah, pretty
right?
much, yep.
Because men are far more capable of real violence than women are. With women, it's not the same.
Hit me, nigga!
They're far more likely to fight. They're far more likely to start issues. They're far more likely to be violent with each other. They just are. Men generally understand violence. Women don't. So when there is domestic violence in a relationship, it's typically both ways. They both beat each other up. When it's
just
one
wrong.
way, when
You're
it's
just
one way,
wrong.
you're just talking out your ass. I'm telling you from stats. And then when it's one way, it's the woman beating
There we
on the
go.
guy.
There we go. Here it comes.
Here it is.
That's our up.
Yeah. Boom. Boom.
You
The
know, you
overall
can't
data
just
showed-
Google and Wikipedia. That doesn't mean it's
I told
right.
you off the top of my head I knew this, and then look, he Googled it for
I'm
you to prove.
saying that doesn't.
But a girl made Wikipedia, so she's wrong.
You know, when,
she's wrong.
okay, you don't understand
See,
how
like,
to
here's the
critically
problem. See,
analyze
here's the problem.
evidence.
I
Clearly.
told you stats, numbers, and the
And
truth.
I do.
And then I pull it in front of you, and then you go ahead and say it's not wrong. It's not
I'm
right
saying
again.
that's not.
There's no winning.
I'm saying that is not an accurate study for you to
But
get.
a girl made Wikipedia.
Where's your study?
Well, I'd have to look it up, but
But he's telling you he did the
know.
research.
You don't
He
even
did it.
know.
I know how to
Wikipedia,
critically analyze evidence, and you don't.
All
is
right, you
what
know
I'm
what?
saying.
Public study, come on.
He did write a book, so.
Bro,
You know what?
Anyone can write a fucking book. His book is based on
You
bullshit.
know what? Here's the thing. I don't know about England, and I'm talking about the United States. All right. In the United States, you have the numbers right there. When it's one way, the woman is beating the man. When it's two parties, they're beating each other. And then the highest instances of domestic violence are in lesbian couples. These are all facts. You don't have to like it, but it's the truth.
But how do you think they measured that then?
Like
Domestic
police calls.
violence arrest statistics.
Yeah, police calls.
Police calls.
All the
But
cases.
that doesn't mean it's a fact. Maybe the
That's a-
police are sexist. That's why. Maybe that's why they're arresting them.
You know
Oh,
what's
you know
crazy?
what? No, hold on. You
Yeah.
know what? They are sexist. They're sexist towards the men.
Yep.
The men are far more likely to be arrested for domestic violence than the woman.
100%.
So if anything, those stats are even more accurate.
Yeah.
So are
Because
you scared
they are
of
more
women?
likely.
You think I'm
they
gonna
are
beat you
more
up?
likely to arrest the man than the woman in domestic violence situations.
If there's an issue and they call the police, usually the man gets arrested, hands down. No discussion.
Yeah, because usually he's the perpetrator.
No.
No, they beat each other.
They beat each
That's what I'm
other.
trying to explain to you.
But if someone started fighting you, would you not fight back?
No, a man won't hit a girl for real, for real. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because otherwise, she'd be
Dude,
dead.
girls have assaulted us on this show.
Yeah, I
Well,
know.
that's not
Like,
good.
are you like
I'm
what
not
are you like?
but-
And we don't hit them back, and we're
Yeah.
not even in a relationship with them. I can
Yeah.
only imagine, like, bro, like
Yeah,
I'm trying
we
to
know.
explain to you, women don't have a proper understanding of violence. They're far more likely to slap the shit out of you if they get mad. It is
Yeah,
what it is.
Yeah.
And as the man, you're supposed to just kind of turkey your cheek and just accept it.
Okay.
Well, I'm very sorry you were assaulted.
That's fine.
It's
I don't
not
care.
okay.
But I'm trying to explain to you just to prove my
Sad
fact
times.
that
Man,
women
you ain't sorry, man.
don't have
No.
a proper concept of violence.
Don't
They
cap,
don't.
man. You ain't
Like
cap.
they just simply don't, and that's fine. But it is what it is, man. I mean,
Either way-
but here's the thing.
Yeah.
Here's the privilege I could think of that women have. You guys can abort a baby. I can't tell you to keep the baby. You want to? If we get pregnant, I have no reproductive rights. You have all the rights, right?
Right now, we really.
Yeah.
Didn't Trump say it's a. Like who, based on the state, like if you're in Florida, you have to fly out somewhere else. You
You
can't.
have like 6 weeks.
But you can
still abort
do
a
it.
baby.
You can still do it though.
Some people don't even know it's
If
6
you had
weeks.
3 months.
You can go to another state.
Yeah.
The point I'm
That's
trying to
a lot.
make is you still have the ability to choose. We don't. If a guy gets you pregnant and says, please keep it, I don't want my child to die, you can abort the baby.
If
Yeah.
you're that worried about it, wear a condom.
Again, I'm simply explaining to you.
Condom.
Condom.
I'm just telling you, because remember, do you remember how this started? I said, name one right or privilege that men have that women don't, and you couldn't name one. I'm saying there's a
I
bunch of rights
did,
and
but you
privileges.
just
The
don't
sexual harassment
agree
one, that's
with
not
me,
that
which is fine.
that doesn't count, bro. Both parties get sexual harassment. Both parties do.
I'm not disagreeing with that.
Okay, so it's not something that's exclusive to only women. Men get it too.
Yeah, I'm not saying.
Okay, so then
that
I'm talking
men
about a
don't
right
get
or
sexually
privilege.
harassed.
My question was, name a right or privilege that men have exclusively that women don't. You can't name one, but I can name a bunch that women have over us. Reproductive rights. You can abort a baby. I can't. You guys get
That's
certain
not true.
opportunities.
That's
What?
not a right you exclusively have at all.
No, you have.
You have it.
Yeah, you have it.
We don't. It's your body.
Yeah, man.
But
Fresh nose.
for example, are you talking about
Fucking
America or
America.
all over the world?
Anywhere in the world.
Anywhere in the world. Okay.
But
So, for
specifically in the United
example,
States,
in the
that's
Middle
America,
East,
though.
you can be, raped,
Okay.
and then you are not allowed to get an abortion, and you don't have any rights. So it's not
In the U.S.? I don't know about the UK.
I
I'm
don't
talking
know.
about
It
the United
depends
States.
about what states you're banning it in now.
Are you listening to anything I'm saying?
Are
Nope.
you?
I am.
I know you were, but what
I
am I,
am.
Myron?
Okay.
I'm describing rights and privileges that women have that men don't. I'm simply telling you, we have no reproductive rights. You guys do. You want to abort the baby? Cool. I want you to keep the baby. I can't do shit. You guys can choose to go to school and get an education. That's a privilege. Or you could be a stay-at-home mom. That's a privilege. You guys don't have to join the military through the selective service system. We do. Okay?
That's your choice, not women's choice. The society was set up by men. Men decided that. I don't know why you're opening your mouth.
Because
It's
I'm
literally a
describing
fact.
because I'm describing the privileges and rights that you guys have that we don't. That's what I'm saying.
Damn, that's crazy.
I'm
though.
saying that men have to go into selective service. Men have to go and become something, and if we don't, we're fucked. And that's
Do you
fine.
know-
But again, women have certain rights and privileges that men don't. Here's another one. You guys can use your looks to get into certain rooms that we can't. You guys get certain opportunities that we can't. I want to go on a yacht and network. I got to be a millionaire and be a peer. You want to go on a yacht and network? You just got to be a girl. It's not the same. So anyway, it's not that, well, even average girls can get on yachts.
Yeah.
But the point I'm trying to make is women have far more rights and privileges than men do. That's all I'm saying.
You're deluded, literally, but
Okay,
think
tell me
what
how
you
I'm
want.
wrong. Name one right or privilege again that women have, that men
I
have, that
keep
women don't.
naming them and you just dismiss
I debunked
it.
them.
They don't count.
The first one was we don't feel safe. That's not true. The second was sexual harassment. That's not true. What else do you have?
And he's listening.
I'd rather just not have this conversation.
Defeated.
No. If you're gonna say that I'm wrong,
There's no
tell me how
point
I'm wrong.
arguing with someone that's just not gonna take anything in.
I'm listening very closely. As a matter of fact, I'm taking it in and I'm listening, and then I rebut you. That means I'm listening on a very deep level.
He debunked all of your actual claims.
First, you said
No, he
sexual
didn't.
harassment. Sorry.
did.
First, you said sexual harassment. I said, well, technically, sexual harassment is subjective, and both parties get it, so that isn't
I mean,
exclusive.
I've heard all about how you disagree with girls claiming that they've been. I've seen it all, and it's disgusting. So
You see? So she came on with an agenda.
Okay, so going back to the sexual harassment thing, that's number one. And then the second one was you said that the safety thing about walking at night, and I debunked that too, that men are far more likely to be the victims of violence. And now the third one, you want to go into the grape thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
Is that what you want to get into
I
now?
don't want to get into that.
Okay.
I mean, you seen it all, right? I mean, we're
It's a bit
like
too deep.
trying to give you a chance.
Yeah, because if you're going to make the assertion that I'm wrong, I'm giving you the opportunity to
Yeah,
prove me wrong.
Well, we
Like-
can go into it if you want
Don't
to.
go on
Go for
Instagram.
it. Well,
I
what-
think it comes
remember,
out
just so you
a lot
remember the
worse
question.
on your side.
No. The question originally was, name one right or privilege that men have over women.
Yeah.
That's all I'm asking. Name one.
Go ahead.
You try with the sexual harassment, not true. You try with the walking home at night, that's not true. What
Okay.
privilege do women have?
Remember, you brought it up.
Sorry, what
Yep.
privilege do men have that women don't?
And here's your chance.
I mean, I've been talking from experience, and you say that my experience is not true, and I'm just completely wrong. But okay. I think. Well, if you want to get into it, there's still a pay gap.
Do it. The pay gap?
Yep.
Okay, tell me about the pay gap.
What is that?
This is
That
not a
is
fun
true.
conversation.
No. Tell me
Yeah,
about
we
the pay
didn't even
gap.
finish the last question.
Wait, what is that though?
Yeah, she's
We stopped at her.
So men and women will have the exact same job, but women will earn less.
That is true.
Real quick, out of curiosity, how many of you guys agree that there is a gender pay gap, let's say in America? Raise of hands. How many of you agree with her?
Like
One,
if they have
two.
the same job.
yeah.
Yeah, that women get paid less.
It's not a subjective thing. It's objective. It's
Sure.
a fact.
Okay. So, who agrees with that? That there's a gender pay gap.
2, 3.
Are you going to say, oh, well, people in corn, women earn more than men? Is that your
it wasn't-
rebuttal?
No, not at all, actually.
I know your
Um,
rebuttal.
We're talking about corporate jobs, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
We're talking
corporate.
about. Well, let's have fun with this.
Yeah.
What? When you say that women earn less than men, what are we talking about here specifically?
Okay, well, I can give you a specific example.
Go ahead, please.
So at my college, we had male and female lecturers, and the females were paid 19% less than the males for the same job.
Okay, so 80 cents on the dollar.
I don't work in
Doing
dollars.
the math, just say yes.
No.
No, it's fine. So this pay gap, the gender pay gap that you're talking about, I'm very familiar with it. It's women earn about 80 cents on the dollar that every man earns. So
Okay.
which matches up with what you just said. You said they were earning about 19% less, correct?
19, yeah.
In a university.
College. So it's like when you're
Yeah, but
17,
are they like a
18.
teacher or in the UK
In
they
the
call
UK,
you,
different.
they call it
Yeah.
different. So like
Yeah,
a high school
sorry,
teacher.
not
Yeah,
uni,
pretty
yeah.
much.
Okay. So the teachers earn less. Okay.
The females, yeah.
The females earn less. Who agrees with that? That women earn about 20% less money.
I wasn't generalizing that. I was just saying in that
No, I just want to see who else here agrees with you on that.
I mean,
The panel.
it depends what do
corporate,
you
yeah.
work for.
That's what I'm
Like,
thinking.
Yeah, it
Depends
all
what job
depends.
do you do.
Like I know doctors. Usually they say doctors is typically a male doctor. Typically makes more than a female doctor. I know that.
Okay. What else? Who else agrees with that? Who else agrees with that? Anybody else? Anybody want to add to her argument that women earn less? because of
It's
their
hard
gender?
when you don't have a specific fact, but you can find it. We don't know what you're going to talk to us about.
You brought it up.
Yeah, you brought it up.
you brought it up, man. We didn't bring this shit up.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah, because I said name one thing that men have
Well-
that women don't, and then she gave the pay gap. She's saying that men earn more money. Okay, so I will go ahead and systematically debunk this fucking myth. All right, the pay gap myth that you're talking about, I'm intimately familiar with it. It comes from the idea that women earn about 80 cents on the dollar that every man makes. But the problem with this wage gap is that it accounts for both men and women working in all fields. It doesn't account for hours worked, doesn't account for profession,
Overtime.
doesn't account for overtime, doesn't account for vacation time taken, experience, education, none of that stuff. It just takes all working men versus all working women. But you actually compare apples to apples and take people in the same profession with the same experience, with the same background. What they found is the women actually earn more money than the men. Google replicated this. The women were actually making about 6% more than the men. And I haven't even talked about affirmative action, DEI, where women are hired at higher rates for certain professions. And on top of that, women dominate college attendance.
Yeah.
So how is it that women attend college at a higher rate, graduate at a higher rate, and then they still earn less? I'll tell you why. Because they deserve it. Women work less hours and they want to go into job fields that don't pay as much. Women don't want to work trade jobs that earn you about 100,000 plus per year, because women don't want to be plumbers, electricians, power linemen, etc. They want to do jobs in the social sciences, which typically pay less. So it's not that women make less because they're women. They make less because they deserve it. It's not gender, it's merit.
Make sense?
Response to that?
Love that you think that.
The book's in store.
You're so
No,
smart.
it's not
You know
even that I
everything.
think that this is all factual.
Everything I'm saying is not factual, and it's just not. But okay.
No, you're correct that there's some situations where women earn less, but we need to be able to look at why they earn less. It's not because they're a woman. It's because they don't to make more.
Okay. Like, okay.
Because I guarantee you, if you took those professors, those teachers, right? If you took those teachers that are men and women, and the men made more, I guarantee you they probably have more experience, worked more hours.
I guarantee
maybe
you
some
they
accolades.
don't. I guarantee that's bullshit.
Bullshit.
Sorry.
man.
Again, like I said before, there's a multitude of factors as to why women earn less, but it is not because of their gender.
Have you seen their resume? Both parties, men and women. Did you see their resume?
No, I didn't see the resume.
Okay. You don't know about experience. You don't know what their prior job was. You don't know.
Okay.
Because the problem is that a woman will see a man with a job and then a woman with a job, and the woman earns less, and they'll automatically think, that's fucked up. She's getting paid less because she's a female.
No, it depends what she do.
Yeah.
What,
Yeah, yeah,
what
experience,
job
experience.
she
Yeah.
That's
had.
what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Like if it, I work on hair, like I'm hairstylist, so it depends how many clients I do. It depends how much money I get. But why if I go to work in construction? Obviously, I'm gonna get paid more.
Have you seen?
Because it's a hard job to do.
And here's the other thing too, because like women say like they don't have the same opportunities. Like if you apply for a job as a woman, you do understand you have a higher likelihood of being hired for that job over a man, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So is it really there? Is there really a pay gap? Like I don't think so.
There is 100%.
Okay.
How?
In the U.S., no. UK, maybe, but I'd argue probably not.
So yeah, what else do you got? Because that got debunked too. The
Yeah.
pay gap myth has been debunked a million times by economists
I
everywhere.
mean, that's 3, man. She lost.
You got no facts, man.
Okay.
You got no facts, man.
Anything else? Does anybody else have anything?